Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another very interesting, exciting session on Candid Meena. We have with us your favorite Delhi Rajgopalanji here with us, and he'll be discussing about the American visit of Prime Minister Modi, the Tirupati Laddu controversy, and each and everything. It is over to you, sir.
As we start every time, Meena Das told me once upon a time that we must start with some slokas because our viewers are very much enamored of such things. In our discussion for the last 1.5 years, Jaydev, all the viewers are interested in knowing because we spread positive vibes. This type of slokas give you mental peace. If anyone is suffering from ill health from your family, of Meena Das viewers, there are thousands of Meena Das viewers look up this. Therefore, we pray for their welfare, prosperity, and best of health. Yisanam Jagadahotsa Venkadapadeher Vishna Param Presim Tatvakshastala Nityabhagarasikam Takshan Samvardhanim Padma Lankadabani Ballavayuam Padmastanastam Shiyam Vatsalyadi Gunojwalam Bhagavatim Mande Jaganmatharam. That is the sloka. We start with Bhagavatim Mande Jaganmatharam. And moreover, my grandfather who taught me this, Minaji, Isanam Jagadavatsya Venkadapade Vishnu Param Presi. As long as you stretch this, your prosperity also increases. That's what he used to tell me. So you have to, every syllable has a meaning in that. Bhagavatim. In Kerala and in Tamil Nadu, Bhagavati temples are more in South India. Therefore, we are, touching their lotus feet and pray for the welfare of Meena Das, Jaydev, and our viewers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. So, sir, starting with the first issue regarding the Tirupati Laddu.
Yes. Tirupati Laddu is a very controversial one. And with this Laddu, the Jagan Mohan Reddy's political future is stalled by Chandrababu Naidu. I see it at two levels. One, religious. Second is political. The amount of devotees in South India for Lord Venkateswara is immense. Crores of people attend the Mahotsavam, etc. But this Laddu controversy, which was spoiled by the Christian-minded, Muslim-minded, the Laddu makers, ghee suppliers, they all should be exposed. Mr. Chandrababu Naidu did the right thing. That's what I could claim. And this controversy is coming to an end because the National Dairy Development Board has given a certificate, and Chandrababu Naidu is also likely to order a CBI inquiry into this so that it reaches Mr. Jagan Reddy. Jagan Reddy's relative was appointed. He's a Christian. And how can a Christian preside over? It's all happening. The thrust is, Minaji, Hindutva is falling down because of Narendra Modi's third time when he lost that, punch of 303. He got only 240. The entire world, entire religions are all thinking that, otherwise Bangalore, lot of communist rights. In Himachal Pradesh, the masjid is being constructed illegally. In Kerala, in Tamil Nadu, in Tamil Nadu yesterday, one sacred thread was cut. So these are all certain things. We have to be very, very careful. It's only let pray God that the rulers should or not appease this one particular community and the community.
Yeah. So, but why is Dr. Swami?
Yeah,
why is Dr. Swami, taking this to the Supreme Court? When everybody knows that the forensic report has come revealing that there's animal fat in the ghee which was used to prepare the laddus. Now, Dr. Swami has sought a formation of a court-monitored committee to look into the allegations of the substandard ingredients being used to prepare the laddus. There ought to have been checks and balances internally to supervise and verify and check the quality or the lack of it of the suppliers supplying various ingredients to the temple which go into the making of the prasadams. So here, sir, Is he for or against what is happening?
We have to understand, once that affidavit is filed, my
Hmm.
understanding is that he is either helping Jagan Reddy or Chandrababu Naidu, we do not know. And he is a proper RSS trained Hindu minded person, and he has that Virat Sammelan like that. Therefore, we have to wait and watch. He is for understanding the entire controversy. Why should Supreme Court come into this? I do not understand.
Yeah.
We have to wait, watch full details of what Subramanian Swamy plans are.
Hmm. And Amul has clearly said that they have not supplied any ghee to these people. So
Ah,
that's also very clear.
yeah, correct, very clear. But N. Srinivasan, chairman of the India Cements, he has donated 80 lakhs worth of a machine which makes laddu. In Gurudwaras, the chapatis are made. There are machines which make it. And if you put the ingredients, it makes chapati, it makes dosa, vada, like that. In ISKCON temple, you have a machine, Akshay Patra in Bengaluru. So therefore, things are like that. We have to be very careful when we approach this. Let us see how the Laddu controversy takes shape.
Yeah.
Let us wait for the Supreme Court or Dr. Subramanian Swamy's appeal. Let us wait and watch, madam.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Modi's 3 days in USA, it seems to have rattled the INDI bloc. Now,
This
Modi
is
has given befitting replies to Rahul Gandhi, who claimed 34 Lok Sabha polls were 2024 Lok Sabha polls were one-sided. Rahul made this comment in USA. Now, Modi listed out how free and fair poll was conducted in the glare of international election observers. So, and also the fact that, see, Modi ji was speaking about peace and uniting people, whereas whatever Rahul Gandhi has spoken abroad has been about hatred and, the disintegration of India. So, your
Rahul
comments on this?
Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi wanted to visit USA before Mr. Narendra Modi because this program was organized by Sam Petroda. They knew that the particular 22nd of September, he was coming, Prime Minister was coming. Therefore, they want to do this. In foreign soil, you cannot go and criticize an election which was conducted with pomp and show. 85 to 100 observers from international agencies have come and monitored the election process. 543 polling, assembly, parliament seats have been elected. And himself, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, was elected from two parliamentary constituencies, Wayanad and Amethi. And he goes and blabbers something which is, total lies in US, that it is one-sided election. Election commissioners are beck and call, and prime minister, they are all BJP agents. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, you zip your mouth. Otherwise, things are not going to be good. To counter that, Mr. Narendra Modi, without taking the name of Rahul Gandhi, he released the data how 1 crore 50,000 or 1 crore 50 lakhs polling stations were held in during 2024 Lok Sabha election. And candidates were 8,000 candidates for 500 seats. Mr. Narendra Modi also said that there are 1,250 political parties in India. When this type of total transparency is there, and you can't question election commission, Mr. Rahul Gandhi was exposed by Mr. Narendra Modi, and at high time, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, at the same time, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, when he was addressing the gathering, he said Sikhs cannot wear turban in India. That type of controversy, loose comments, Mr. Rahul Gandhi should rehearse before talking or before addressing a mammoth public meetings. And for example, madam, whenever you call me on Monday to have a show on Tuesday, I prepare notes. And I send you sometimes the bullet points so that we formulate our points for our discussion. This will give additional inputs for our viewers, because we meticulously go by subject by subject, subject by subject. But Rahul Gandhi is not like मन पर आ रहे जो बोलते जा रहे motor mouth. That is called motor mouth. So Mr. Rahul Gandhi should contain his words, should measure his words before addressing. Mr. Narendra Modi's visit was so successful. His address at that New York was very well telecast in India. He listed out his achievements. 10 years of report card he gave it to NRIs, Indians who live in USA, and everyone is enamored of it. And I get feedback from Los Angeles, Boston, etc. for Candid Meena viewers. They are all happy that Indian consulate generals are being opened by Narendra Modi because he announced that day. And not only that, in Chicago, the Tamil Tiruvalluvar chair is being established. So such a large number of announcements he made. Mr. Rahul Gandhi should be ashamed of having talked like that. In future, I am sure he will be very cautious. And such type of person is a big tip for the prime ministership. God saved India, madam. I have seen 8 prime ministers, and if Rahul Gandhi becomes, India will be, I don't know where we will be.
Yeah. So another very disturbing thing that's happening in Karnataka is that the government in Karnataka is slowly building a movement where they are trying to push the North Indians out of Karnataka. And apparently there is a move by many people. And today, a lot of the talk on social media is how North Indians are saying that, see, without North Indians, Karnataka will not succeed. And then the Kannadigas hitting back and saying that, see, even if you go, we are going to be successful. We've always been successful. So is there a very strong movement by this Siddaramaiah government, to make Karnataka purely for Kannadigas so that they can bring in the immigrants, that is the Bangladeshis and the Rohingyas?
That is what Rahul Gandhi's plans are. What Siddaramaiah is now planning is implementing Mr. Rahul Gandhi's plans. For once upon a time, my close relatives, most of them are in Bengaluru, madam. My in-laws and my own family members, they are also reflecting the same sentiments what you just now said. Mr. Siddaramaiah is spoiling this. He is going to be Swarajya, the magazine edited by Mr. R. Jagannathan, captured Mr. Rahul Gandhi as Jinnah of 2024. We published that last week. But this time, Siddaramaiah is going to be a Jinnah of Bengaluru and the Karnataka. He cannot drive away the Sikkim boys, Manipur boys, Keralais, Tamilians, Telugu people, Maharashtrians. Bengaluru is a mini India. We have to be very careful. Another thing, D.K. Suresh brother also said, get out North Indians. If you remember, we will have a separate land. And especially when Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka are spearheading for a secession movement, separation of the states from India, and that is ably assisted by China, I am sure that Sri Lanka new president Dissanayake should not come out with a proposal to merge Tamil Nadu with Sri Lanka, Kerala with Sri Lanka, Bengaluru with Sri Lanka, and create a separate state. This type of movement is also taking place, madam. Very, very dangerous situation. The National Security Advisory Board is also taken into confidence. We have to be very alert on such type of, anti-India movements. Yes, the intelligence agency should take note of our debate, especially what Meenadas, Jaydev, Rajgopalan we talk. It is also for the agencies, intelligence agencies, either it's IB or RAW, or for that matter, the Karnataka State Police. Karnataka State Police Chief Director General has a responsibility, We must ensure, and I understand, again, Dr. Swami is also likely to file a case in Supreme Court against the orders and, oral orders of the Karnataka ministers. It is creating a separate movement. There is no diversity in that case. Unity in diversity, they speak. But in practice, Siddaramaiah is creating a problem for North Indians, boys and girls. For example, madam, in Bengaluru, many hospitals, you have Northeastern students. They come as house nurses, they are doctors. Why should India is known for this? That's why Narendra Modi reflected that छोटा छोटा देश है, छोटा छोटा भाषा है, but still we live in very best homogeneity in this lifestyle. Mr. Siddaramaiah is unnecessary kindling the sentiments of North Indian. It will create a big problem, madam. I'm telling you. The GDP of Karnataka is due to the North Indians' participation.
Yeah, back to you.
Yes. Sir, regarding Ajit Doval, according to reports, Ajit Doval was not present in the US visit. So many people are asking why Ajit Doval was absent during the US visit. Is it anything to do with some US court summoning him for that Gurpreet Singh Pannu, filing a lawsuit against him for, the alleged conspiracy to assassinate him? Is there any connection with this?
There are two things, Jaydev, you have to look at it. One, Mr. Ajit Doval just met the president of Russia, Mr. Walter Putin, and he has some further actions to be taken. His presence in Delhi was a must. And second thing, I also heard he traveled quietly to Dubai and met Ukraine president's close confidants and also Mr. Putin's close confidants. We are trying out certain, interesting rapprochement between Ukraine and Russia. Mr. Narendra Modi is behind it. And to assist Mr. Narendra Modi, Ajit Doval is planning tied up meetings. With that backdrop, he's not going to USA. And second thing, Mr. Narendra Modi was not discussing anything except this public address system and Quad. Quad is an international which is looked after the Ministry of External Affairs. The Foreign Secretary accommodate. And second thing, whenever you have such type of international meetings, certain officers definitely skip it. Therefore, we need not give importance to the social media, which says Ajit Doval would have been arrested if he went to USA. It's not a story. Wrong projection.
And also, if whenever America beckons some people, important people from India, we do not need to send them. I mean, it's not like they can order us to do anything, right?
When Rahul Gandhi went, did his PD also go with him? No. Dog. There are 8 dogs with Rahul Gandhi. He cannot take all the 8 dogs to, and we can't compare. Ajit Doval's presence in India was a must. And second thing, whenever Mr. Rahul Gandhi goes abroad, Priyanka Gandhi never goes with him. Sometimes he goes, she goes. So therefore, person's importance is due to their job they are assigned with.
So moving on to what is happening now with regards to the Modi mantra. It seems that Modi has deputed Rajnath Singh to speak to the opposition on the ONOP, and 3 ministers, Rajnath Singh, Kiran Rijiju, and Arjun Ram Meghwal, will consult with political parties to build support for the plan, to have one election. So could you speak a bit about this, sir?
To explain this, Modi mantra further, to elaborate it for the benefit of Meena Das viewers, Mr. Narendra Modi is bent upon to creating an atmosphere to have one nation, one poll in 2029. The committee of Mr. Ramnath Govind extensively toured India, got 18,000 pages of suggestions, and they studied it. They recommended 8 to 9 suggestions to Government of India, and the Union Government passed a resolution accepting the report. So now it is nitty-gritty work will be done by the officials, taking some clue of the suggestions, how to enact the law. So the law ministry is busy with that. That is one part. The another part, madam, political. Yesterday also Mr. Sharad Pawar said that Rajnath Singh spoke to him and let us come to an understanding. Let us have one day, one nation, one poll. The idea is a good idea. So therefore, Rajnath Singh is talking to them on telephone, and in person they are also be meeting after the Maharashtra election. So we have time to deliberate on. The consensus will be arrived at. India alliance is also facing an internal conflict because Rahul Gandhi is opposed to it, Sharad Pawar is supporting it, Mayawati is supporting it, Mamta Banerjee is also opposing, but latest report is Rajnath Singh spoke to her and she wants some amendment to the constitution. There are 24 amendments. Mamta Banerjee 25th, allow with that. So Narendra Modi wants to push it. 24 amendment means big thing. It will be diluted, but still one nation, one poll concept will be victorious. And Narendra Modi, that is what the background, madam. By November 17th or 18th, you mark it from me, when the winter session of Parliament is meeting in Delhi, they will definitely introduce it in Rajya Sabha, they will pass it, and Lok Sabha, yes, that will be a little difficult, but consensus are being arrived at. For that, Mr. Rajnath Singh, Arjun Meghwal, and Kiran Rijiju are contacting each political party, madam.
Yeah. So moving on to the reputation of Air India. Apparently, a person has written that he faced a dirty cabin. There was no entertainment. Now, the Indian American CEO, he said that I recently endured a 15-hour non-stop flight from Chicago to Delhi, and it was far from pleasant. I'd heard negative things about Air India in the past, but I was hoping the recent changes under the new management would improve the experience. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. There was no Wi-Fi, and the in-flight entertainment was down for the entire flight. First class was in poor condition, unclean, with leftover food and trash still in the cabin, and every thing looked worn out or broken. It was a pretty frustrating experience overall. Be aware if you're flying with them. So, what is this? Why is a person who pays around 5.27 lakhs for a one-way first class ticket on an Air India flight have to face such a nightmare experience?
Air India is under the leadership of Tata Sons. Air India is a very well reputed name, and such type of complaints should be addressed. Mr. N. Chandrasekharan, the chairman of Tata's, and also the Civil Aviation Minister, Mr. Rama Naidu, Director General of Civil Aviation, all should take note of such complaints because Air India is going into a bad things. When you are traveling, you are paying heavy amount, and you have to give a lot of comforts. For example, this Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is not available, and food items, used food items are being put in the cabin. Why the cleaning was not done? Therefore, some head should roll, madam, in Air India. Air India, though they released a statement, and I am privy to certain decisions of the Air India, they are going to refund that amount to the passenger. Thank God he put it in the Instagram. I saw the video also, and I saw in the Twitter, Mr. The frequent flyer is very, totally with the Indian government system, though he is a CAO in New York and other places. The passenger was returned, but there are many passengers who do not take to social media. From this, we can learn two things, madam. Air India should improve its qualities. Mr. Narendra Modi, who says, Hawai chappal wala bhi Hawai jahaj mein jaane ka mauka mila during his regime, that concept is now being denigrated by Air India. Therefore, Mr. Chandrasekhar should take cognizance of this, address the problem, come out with certain new innovative things. For example, ITA, Singapore Airlines, Qantas, they're all doing very well. We have to compete with them. Air India was privatized because of this type of reasons. Air India is still in the hangover of Government of India regime. After 2 years also, if Air India is not improving its services to the passengers, hell with Air India. We change the name and we go for other airlines. If suppose some social boycott takes place against Air India, it will not good for the Air Indian authorities. So it's right time they return that money, they apologized it, but the service should improve. That is what our Director General of Civil Aviation to take note of it. Prime Minister office should take note of such type of complaints, because this will derail the enthusiasm of Americans who are traveling into India. Americans can pay heavy amount. For example, my son lives in Sydney. I go sometimes by Air India. It's a non-stop flight. In economy, premium economy, also very bad, madam. Very sad commentary. There are, the head hostess are not very accommodative or very, in the sense they don't serve you
Polite.
proper food. Polite. They are not polite. So, high time, Mr. Chandrasekharan, chairman of Air India, should, and for that they are merging that Vistara also. Vistara had a good name. Now Air India and Vistara, November 4th onward, they are merging. And apart from that, Singapore Airlines is in tie-up with Tata's. So it will also tell upon Singapore Airlines. The Singapore Airlines should also come out clean on this type of complaints,
Yeah, yeah. So especially at a time when Qatar Airways and Emirates are all, vying with each other to give the best of services.
Yeah, correct. And whenever I travel, I stop going to Air India. I take only Singapore Airlines, though I have a stopover at Singapore. Here, Air India gives a straight flight. And for example, for Australia, for Sydney and Melbourne, there are direct flights from Bengaluru. Qantas have organized it. So I come to Bengaluru and go take that Qantas to Australia. So if Air India is not, Air India is not.
We can see you also, sir.
Yeah, one day, definitely.
And sir, before ending the session, this wonderful session, we would like a few scoops from you, sir.
Yes, scoop. That is Dissanayaka, the newly elected Sri Lankan president, is likely to visit India in the month of November end to have a discussion with India. A peculiar situation has come, madam, for Narendra Modi. It is a test for Narendra Modi. And how he is going to handle it, we have to wait and watch. With the capabilities and approach of Mr. Narendra Modi, I am not an expert on international affairs, not diplomacy. But from the spectrum of Narendra Modi, if you see the approaches, I can be very confident Mr. Narendra Modi will handle Mr. Dissanayaka very well. Reason being, Dissanayaka is also anti-Adani. Rahul Gandhi is anti-Adani. If Rahul Gandhi meets him, he will put some matchbox. Some pataka marega. So therefore, Bangladesh, Adani, anti-Adani. Sri Lanka, anti-Adani. India, anti-Adani. Therefore, this communism is spreading totally around India. To work out that, Mr. Narendra Modi has asked the National Security Advisory Board to study this concept. That is my scoop, madam. And Dissanayaka coming to India is going to be a turning point in Indo-Sri Lankan relationship, because we should not allow Sri Lanka to be used by China, which is neighboring country. And second thing, the mini scoop is going to be a headache for Mr. M.K. Stalin, because if LTT is to be reborn, because Dissanayaka will encourage that against Tamilians. In the other form of LTT, violence is taking place in Sri Lanka, and that will spill over to Bengaluru and even Sivarasan stayed. So therefore, Sri Lanka president visit to India is to be very, very closely watched and monitored. That is my scoop, madam.
Yeah. And so one last point before we wind up, since you mentioned all this, is that, see, why did the BCCI invite Bangladesh to play cricket with us when Bangladeshis were busy killing Hindus and destroying our temples? How did BCCI do this, and why did Jai Shah take such a step?
Yeah, it is a wrong approach. Many of the Hindu outfits in Karnataka, in Tamil Nadu, they have been condemning it. But it's a monetary thing, it's a commercial one. That's what they gave explanation. We don't accept it. Mr. Jai Shah, if you are true to your father, true to your father's Hindutva, please don't encourage that type of anti-Hindu feelings in Bangladesh. They must come into India and play. You make money out of that, our sentiments. They kill our Indians, Hindu brothers, and here you make money off their cricket. It's wrong strategy. Future, they should be careful. That's what we can suggest to them, madam.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, sir, for this wonderful session. As always, you give us so much information that's interesting for Indians all over the world, because everybody listens to your valuable
Thank-
words. Thank you. Good night.
Namaste.
Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai
Jai
Shri
Shri
Ram.
Ram.